Check.
Sure you did.
Check. 3, 2, 1, we're live. Hey, everybody, what's up? I'm Nick.
Hi, I'm Joe.
Corey.
Sorry for the wait on that. Very long story short, had a lot of fun stuff going on today, and refrigerator got delivered and
No one
shit
gives a
broke.
fuck about
and-
your shit.
Have you noticed that he always says
I
long
do.
story short?
Yeah,
Too late.
It's never. Yeah.
Always.
To make a long story short, too late.
Anyway, no, it's just one of those, like, I was fucking with that for the longest period of time, and then finally got all this stuff set up, and then Tyler's still on his way. He is
Lord
driving now.
Taco.
Yeah.
So, this Saturday marks our 4th gaming session. You
I'm so
realize we
excited
have been
for
doing
that.
this for 4 months?
Yeah.
And we fucking played 4 sessions. I want to play more.
I'm ready to do a small group. Tyler also wants to DM a
He wants to run a
5e.
5e session,
Yeah.
which I'm 100% down for. Speaking of which, I've been listening to a lot of Critical Role lately. I just hit episode 10 of campaign 2.
I am
10 down, only 68 to go. Till next week.
Somebody
That'll be
behind.
60, not because they're on episode 78 right now. Then they're on 70.
Nick's favorite episode.
Apparently, when they hit episode 69, there are multiple jokes about it being 69. Speaking of episodes, though. Speaking of episodes, though, today is episode 20 of this podcast.
When do we start talking about this?
Oh, awesome.
So this is week 20 of this podcast, which is a little odd.
It's actually the 4 years of this podcast, but
Well, right. But it's week 20 of this newest iteration. Yeah.
Ooh, we're using big words.
Just wait till later when we start using like legacy numbering system.
It's far
Back to
fetched if
Marvel.
he were a knight.
that is
That is
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
I want that as a
Pokemon.
a Pokemon.
well, right, but I mean like so you have the Alola form. What is the Mega
Mega Evolution.
No, it's not a Mega
The Dynamax.
Dynamax. Thank you. I want that to be the Dynamax.
Can we talk about the real
Farfetch.
news for today? The only thing that matters.
Hmm.
They just announced something coming to HBO Max. Is that what it's called? HBO Max?
Are we talking about
Nope. You probably don't know.
Big
about
Bang
this.
Theory
Nope.
is coming?
I heard about that.
What?
That's not the one.
Are they really?
Yeah. 2 new
Well,
seasons
see-
of a show though. But
CBS started losing too much money.
Well, so CBS is owned by Warner. Let me rephrase. CBS is not owned by Warner Media. Big Bang Theory is a television series that's produced by Warner Media. Therefore, Warner Media owns the rights to it. Warner Media is who owns HBO.
that's correct.
So what? Are we gonna see Penny naked suddenly?
No. It's the normal episodes everyone's seen. It's just it's going to be on this streaming service.
Crew's like, oh, I was hoping for porn.
Oh yeah, no. I would pay any given amount of money for Kaylee Cuoco. Well, let me rephrase any more than I already have.
Rephrase. Hell, you said that.
What are you doing?
Oh no. Phrasing still works.
I'm buying something in the Epic Store. I'm not buying it. It's free.
Oh yeah, no, it's a scary game. Epic Store giving away scary game. I haven't played it yet, but just FYI to all of our
What's scary?
viewer.
Canarium?
I thought it was Continuum or something like that. So let's
It's
see.
not letting me place the order because
Oops, sorry for loud noises. So I am the official new owner, pre-order owner,
Mad at you now.
iPhone 11 Pro Max,
Oh, you did get the product.
256 gig.
Nice.
Nice.
'Cause, yeah, I'm not a bitch. Also, slow fees. I'm not really gonna do slow fees, but I do want to
They're
do
trying
slow
to
mo
attach
slow
that.
fees.
Oh my god! So if you
So,
watch the,
You can
wanna
now
talk about
do
it?
So from the front-facing camera, you can now do 1080p, 120 or 240 frames per second, as well as the back.
So people are doing slow motion.
So
selfies.
so Apple tried to coin the term slow fees.
They're trying to literally patent it right
They're
now.
trying really fucking hard, and I mean,
Slow
it's
fees.
pretty cringeworthy. I'm just honestly, I'm excited to get a new phone. That's basically.
I
it.
hear you.
I'm very mad at you. I am. But congratulations.
I'm gonna take so many pictures of Boodle.
What?
Oh, you guys don't know that's her nickname,
Who?
Evie.
Oh.
'Cause-
Evie is Boodle.
It started
That's
as
actually
it started as
Kitten.
kitten,
Caboodle.
and then Kid and Caboodle, and then the Caboodle, and then Boodle. Now it's just Oodles and Boodles.
And he's soon going to be like, hey, brrr.
Most time it's Baby Boodles or Baby Boods.
Baby boots.
The Boods.
Jesus.
I go Boods, and she goes. Brrr.
No, guess what's coming, though? 2 new seasons of a show that has been off the air for like 10, 15 years.
Power Rangers.
What?
Pokemon.
2 new seasons of The Boondocks coming to HBO Max.
Nice.
That's odd.
I've always wanted to watch that show, and then my
It's not a
coworker
bad
showed
show.
me a clip this week, and I really want to watch this show now. Have you seen the show?
Boondocks.
Yeah,
Like on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
By kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based
Great
off,
show.
based off the comic strip?
I've seen like a couple episodes like here and there. I didn't know if you've like watched
No, it's
the show.
I used to watch it all the time when I was in high school. It was a
The
great
R.
show.
Kelly episode.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He showed me the whole thing about that, and that is fucking funny.
Oh yeah.
That I was like, okay, I need to watch the show. Oh my god! And then there's a spot. Who's the grandpa on the show?
Uncle Ruckus.
Okay,
Or are you talking about their
The
grandpa?
old guy.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, there's Uncle Ruckus and there's the old guy. There's the grandpa.
Dances says, quick unrelated question. Which of you degenerates recommended Ari Futa from Commonplace to World's Strongest? Because I need to have some words with them. I have no idea what that is.
Repeat that again.
Who recommended Ari Futa from Commonplace to World's Strongest?
Oh, obviously that was.
I am 90% sure that's an anime if I remember the title right, but that's not one I've ever
I
seen.
didn't know that.
I was going to say, if anybody, it would have been Joe,
Yeah.
but he's
Sounds
really
like
confused.
A lot of weeaboo speak, if you ask me.
Like, why did this show have a CGI dragon getting a giant metal rod inserted into its anus? Oh, I need to watch this show.
Kobayashi's Dragon Maid? This guy right there. Who's that guy?
Which one?
This guy, the guy might match.
That's their grandpa.
Okay.
That's the one who raised them.
There's an episode. I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to your question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it was.
it wasn't one of us. Because I'm pretty sure I've only seen that.
I would type that into my browser, but I'm afraid of what my computer's gonna do.
Same.
I'll do it on my phone. I don't care.
He's got viruses.
While he's pulling this up, though, so the grandpa walks into an Apple store.
Yeah.
And there's a clip where he walks in and he's like, "Yo, I want to get that bitch on my phone that talks to me, or I want to get that bitch that you guys trapped in that device and talks to you."
It's corn taco.
I swear to God, it was nobody, at least on this podcast. Only because none of us have ever
I
heard
don't
that.
even remember that episode.
But anyway,
But he's talking and he's like, "I want that bitch that's trapped in the phone that tells me things." And they're like, "Oh, you want Siri?" And he's like, "Yeah, but I want it in this." And he's pointing over at the MacBook, and they're like, "Oh, so you want to buy a MacBook and you want to buy an iPhone?" And he's like, "No, no, no. Are you even listening to me? I want to buy that bitch, but I want her inside of this. But I want it to have a touchscreen." They're like, "Oh, so you want to buy a laptop, an iPad, and an iPhone?" He's like, "Are you even fucking listening to me?" He's like, "I'm telling you, I want that to come in this with that." And they're like, "Oh, well, that's not possible." He's like, "You made the fucking thing."
there's also a dragon rape probe scene.
No, what the fuck?
Nick
are you
is so
talking
excited for this anime.
I was like, I'm kind of curious now. Apparently, somebody on this podcast specifically recommended this anime.
Shannon?
I don't know. This
I know
would not
that-
be a shit.
this
that
would
was
not be
it
a
was
Shannon
stretch,
recommended.
guys.
Let me
Yeah,
see your
no,
phone.
no. Now he's talking about the stretching. Well, I know what I'm doing tonight. Digging
Drake?
through the VODs, and I will find whoever cursed me.
I want
I'm gonna laugh so hard when it turns out it wasn't even this podcast.
If it was a different
It was
podcast.
completely different.
Just watch through all other 19 episodes of our shit to figure out that it wasn't us.
to find out it was
Sounds about
Corey.
right.
Yeah, I recommended an anime I've never heard of with anal dragoning.
No dragon.
Wait.
Oh, now Nick
It was Nick.
Hold on. I think I might have said that it's one that was on my list of stuff to watch. It is on my list of stuff to watch. I did not recommend it. I hadn't seen it.
100% Nick.
I saw the trailer
100%
and said
Nick.
it looked good.
Don't
I have
talk
not
your
seen
way
a single
out of this.
No.
100%.
No, 100%. I will own this because
pervert.
I just saw the poster for this now. No, it's another one where it's a anime that started this season. Season 1 literally just started this year.
Yeah.
The trailer looked awesome. In my defense, trailer looks awesome. I did not know it had this in it, but this has been on my list
That's
of
Jason one-
animes to watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anything, they just roast the upper ranks.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I mean, he says.
Well, because I finally finished The Boys. I need to watch Carnival
About
Row.
fucking time. The Boys is fantastic.
Oh,
Yes, it was.
fucking
Did
fantastic!
you like that twist too, without mentioning anything
Yes,
whatsoever?
yes. I will say.
Great twist.
I will say. So he was saying, "Text me when you get through to the laser eyes."
Yeah.
And like the first thing, I finished that episode. I was like, okay, now which part was he talking about? Because there's two major parts with laser eyes in that episode. But I want that 30 minutes of my life back. I'm sorry. Again, I haven't seen it, so I didn't know that was in it. I'm definitely gonna probably watch first episode.
So
of that
guess
tonight
who's the
just to
new
see how fucked up.
iPhone owner?
About to be me.
iPhone 11 Super
Max.
Duper Max Pro
All the cameras.
Plus
So many cat pictures.
Siri.
So many cat pictures.
In slow motion, which I could
Slofies,
technically do now.
all the Slofies.
But it's going to be ultra wide.
Ultra wide,
I
ultra
still-
wide telephoto.
I'm not allowed to release this on YouTube, but I still want to see. I still need to find the slow mo video we recorded of shooting you shirtless with the Nerf guns.
Yes.
That video was amazing, and I have no idea what happened to it anywhere.
Why can't it go on YouTube?
You said it wasn't allowed to go on YouTube because you were without a shirt,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
didn't want to.
Good point.
You
Nudity.
personally didn't want.
Well, it wouldn't be allowed.
That's true. You got to at least wear a sports bra that covers your midriff, or else
Correct.
we'll get banned.
Crop top.
Correct.
Just see the wave. Boom. I still have the slow mo video of you shooting your automatic BB gun.
Oh yeah, on my back porch
Yeah.
through the cans of soda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was cool.
that was
This is a
awesome.
really bad idea because I don't know how far I'm gonna go through until it finds. I don't know like at what point it's gonna tell me like.
I am 100% with lead on this. I am considering the ROG2. I just cannot wait for a release date for the US, and I really want to get the
What?
The
are you
big
talking
one.
about?
the ROG2.
Oh, yeah.
So I like the $650 one. I think I will probably end up going with the 11 though, just from the 1100 one has a terabyte hard drive, and there was something else. Major
There's
about
so
it,
many
but-
things I love about the idea of Androids that I'd want to do.
But yeah, no, the specs
But-
are fucking nuts.
I don't know. I'm just stuck in my ways.
I
I hear.
am too.
That's purely
See,
what it is.
here's I heard it best described by I think it was Gus that said it, that there's nothing groundbreaking about the new iPhone to switch from the Android ecosystem to iOS,
Sure.
and the exact opposite. So
Yeah.
like there's nothing about the new Android stuff that's coming out that is warranting switching
So-
to Android.
Oh, you're saying swapping platforms?
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's definitely reasons to upgrade.
No. There's reasons to upgrade, but there's no
So,
reason
There's
to
no
switch
iOS feature
ecosystem.
versus credit card.
No, so here's a
Come to
great.
Apple and get a credit card that only works if you have an iPhone.
This is a great or a great question I feel for our podcast, especially because currently, well,
I mean, we've
we
got 3 viewers. We had 4 viewers for a second. Now
we
got
were
3 viewers.
evenly distributed until I finally turned you. Do you remember
I
the
do.
rage?
You threw the biggest fit.
Because you
I know.
wouldn't stop
I know.
bitching
It was
constantly.
literally like we'd be sitting the first time. It wasn't the first time we were all hanging out, but it
No.
was pretty early on.
yeah,
We were all hanging out, and it was just like, I mean, fucking anything would happen.
It was
where it'd
like-
just be like, oh wow, like I don't have signal. Oh well, Nick and I have signal. We have Android.
like
huh?
they
It
were
like-
over the top about
It
it,
was
like
just every
childish.
chance we could, we'd just be like, "Hey, Corey, how's that iPhone doing?" And then finally, he was like, "God, would you shut the fuck up? I don't give a fuck about fucking Android."
It was
off.
too much.
It was
And
nuts.
then it was like a year and a half later,
I was like,
suddenly he's
Corey
like,
doesn't
so have you seen the new iPhone? And I'm like, yes, I sure have.
You know what's insane though? So it was the iPhone 6 that swayed me. That was when I finally jumped over. A, because they upgraded the.
Keep talking. I'm setting something up because I'm going to talk about this.
Okay,
Okay.
that was super loud.
Sorry.
It really was. Scared the shit out of me. The iPhone 6, they finally raised the screen size and resolution. So I was like, okay. And then what literally did it for me was the Apple Watch. I always wanted
Yeah.
a smartwatch, and I saw the first generation of the Apple Watch,
It
and
was
I was
like,
like,
that's-
that is the greatest fucking
Yeah.
thing in the world, and I still have an Apple Watch. And I love it.
I left mine.
Granted,
at
this is
home.
my third Apple
Yeah,
Watch.
I'm not
I need to
on my way
update
mine
mine.
today.
I bought one at Best Buy. I returned it.
I remember.
So then I bought one at Walmart. And I returned it.
Yeah, I remember.
So then I financed one through T-Mobile, and I can't return it.
I bought my Series 2 through Best Buy.
I also have a Series 2.
I've bought all of my cell phones through Best Buy Mobile.
Really?
Not anymore.
I have
I
not.
was originally the same, but I am not anymore.
I have
They
not.
don't do T-Mobile, do they?
I have not
No.
bought or sold an iPhone through AT&T since ever.
So the pre-order thing through AT&T is a little unique. It's supposed to come straight to my house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't like that. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, not especially after your soundbar.
Exactly.
Well, here was my thing. Did it have to ship to your house?
yes. Well, no. It was an option to ship wherever I want. So I'm
Okay.
shipping it to my dad's.
That's what I was going to say,
Yeah.
because Adrian told me to talk to you guys, and if there's ever a time where you need something shipped to like our house and then
Yeah.
you guys swing by and pick it up, I don't give a shit.
Right.
Do it.
It was
Because we've never had any issues with that.
Right.
So,
I know who I'm breaking into next.
But anyway, so
works.
a good question about phone related things, and it's kind of debate inducing.
No,
What
it's
would
not.
it take for you to switch platforms? What would that phone have to
I wanna-
groundbreak?
I
I want
already
to
have
hear
an
his.
answer to
I
that.
want to hear his first.
I do
because
wanna hear
he's
his
the
first.
one Android person at the table.
that refuses to switch.
I want to hear his first, and then we can do what we would to take. What it would take for us to switch to Android.
Yeah.
I want to hear yours.
so here's my biggest thing. I can't think of anything off the top of my head because everything that I know I want to do with a phone, I can do on either right now. So
That's an excellent point.
at this point, I don't know. It would have to be some major, groundbreaking, brand new technology that.
With that said, though, I don't think he
It-
knows much. No offense, I'm not trying to be, but I don't
What?
think he knows a bunch about iOS. Like,
iOS,
we're like,
what iOS can do.
what feature would you like to switch for? And then it's like, oh, okay, he only knows like the basics. Not saying you don't know about iOS, but I'm
Right.
just saying like you don't know all of the ins and outs of like.
Like-
It's a hard question, I guess. What I'm saying, like, to know
Or like it would be nice to like if nothing changes whatsoever between now and like later, this will never happen. But if our channel gets insanely popular,
Yeah.
we have 2 viewers. It
I don't
would.
know why you had to point that out, but continue.
But no, I'm just saying we currently have 2 viewers right
you
now.
apparently don't
If
appreciate
if
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying if something happens and we were to be like wanting to crank out more content,
Yeah.
I like the fact that you can stream from iOS to YouTube, no problems. Well, actually no, because they just put that lock on iOS as well now. Well, because it used to
You
be
have to have some-
iOS, you could stream to YouTube no problem. Android, you can stream to YouTube no problem. Then Android, it was like, oh, you have to have 1,000 subscribers in order to do that. Now, no matter what you're doing, you have to have 1,000
That
subscribers.
kind of sucks.
So that's kind of Google restrictions. But I mean, like something like that from the standpoint, just for the fact of iOS is known for being amazing for video editing and streaming, that kind of stuff. It would be helpful.
Mhm.
But I can't think of anything off the top of my head that's like, if this came out for iOS today, it would make me switch
No, I
instantly.
totally
And-
understand.
yeah.
It's supposed to be an open-ended question of like,
Yeah.
where do you draw the line type of thing? Where what about what if we go reverse? What if Android removed something? What would they have
What
to
would they
remove?
You'd be like, fuck it, I'm done.
Yep, exactly.
if he says the headphone jack, he's fucked.
Oh yeah, no, because the headphone jack's not on the new Note.
Of course, it's not.
Yeah.
I do
But-
like how
I will- I will say-
I love-
problems, but I've had wireless headphones for 2 years.
I-
now.
So have
Fuck.
I was gonna say I've got
It's actually come up one time because I got in someone's car and they were like, "Oh, you want to play music?" and hand me an auxiliary jack. And I was like, "Who the fuck uses this?"
I have 5 Bluetooth headsets.
of course you do.
Well,
I get
look,
one.
like
We didn't pay for all of them.
yeah, he gave me one.
You don't pay for
I bought one set for
Trying
my
to make it
phone. I got a free one for getting this phone.
Sure.
And then I got one
What'd you
specifically
get
for
for this
gaming.
Oh,
For,
you didn't
for
get
the Note?
Galaxy Buds, right?
No.
Okay, I was
No.
gonna say, if you're not using those Galaxy Buds, what the fuck are you doing?
No, I mean I got the AKG full thing, which those are fucking amazing, especially like if I'm in the front yard and I'm mowing the yard, which doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I can put those on. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like no, like they were the ones that you
I
had
remember.
when we got stuff. If Android ever removed the option to root and toss custom ROMs on, I'm out. that wouldn't turn me off of a phone. I honestly don't root though, so I guess it's not that
I
big
don't
of a
know.
deal.
Root
Just,
is-
Jailbreaking.
Basically
jailbreaking your phone.
Jailbreak and then put your own OS on it.
Gotcha.
If they removed the ability to install
And it looks
from
like Rudy did just
unknown
the
sources,
jailbreak portion.
I would be incredibly pissed and might possibly just because I found a new mobile game. I've been playing the fuck out of it the last couple days because
Sure.
it is a blast.
Sure.
I had to install from an unknown source because it's not available in the Play Store. So, like,
So if it removed the ability to, I
Side
guess,
load.
yes,
side load
And
stuff.
so,
Kinda.
I'll totally agree with you on that. The one thing I don't like about iPhone is you can't download anything
It all has
unless it's from the App Store.
False.
it's completely proprietary.
False.
Because usually it has some sort of DRM in it.
There's apps that you can download that you can side load. Basically, you download them from like you navigate to the web page, you download the app,
Sure.
and then it creates a shortcut on the home screen, and you can run apps. There's
Without jailbreak though.
yes, without jailbreak.
Never heard of
so
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
winter of 2017, around the time that cryptocurrency became fucking massive,
Yes.
and everyone was going crazy about it.
Jizz in their pants over it.
There were back when I was into it, there was two exchanges that I frequented a lot: Binance and KuCoin. Both of them had iOS apps that were not supported on the Apple Store. I had to go to the websites,
Yeah.
download them, sideload them, go into settings, and grant them permission to use my phone,
Gotcha.
and then I was able to use their apps. The unfortunate part is every time they published an update, I
You
had
have
to
do the
delete
same
the
thing.
app,
Yeah.
Oh,
re-download it, re-grant it permissions, and all that kind of stuff. So
Whew.
it's not a easy process,
Right.
but
It's
a lot of people
yeah.
a lot of people have that perception that with Apple, oh, I can only download off the Apple Store. False. You can still sideload things.
You can still do it. It just sucks fucking
Yeah.
ass. So you might as well not do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
He put
Ass
it in a very few words. But no, yeah, you can still sideload things on Apple. It's not impossible.
I didn't know that.
No, yeah. Any others?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the question was,
What
you,
was
were you trying to convince you? What would it take to convince you to switch to iOS?
Yeah.
To
What
get-
would it convince you to switch to Android?
Coming from a person that has done both, I was an iOS user that switched to Android, that switched back to
The
iOS.
exact opposite.
Um,
I actually was Android to iPhone to Android to iPhone.
I like iPhone for it just works. It just works. It doesn't matter what you do to it. It doesn't matter what you download. It doesn't matter what you install.
Honestly, that plays
It
into what I was gonna say.
just works, and it's smooth no matter what. The integration between maps and messages, and then the calendar to your messages, to your
It's
email.
kind of like, because it uses its own closed system, it's able to.
There's so much interactivity. I can be typing to someone and say, like, if me and my girlfriend are meeting somewhere and she doesn't know where it's at, I can say, "Yeah, I'm here," and
And it
in
comes
my
up with it,
messages,
yeah.
it automatically pops up and just says current location, and I hit that button and it immediately shares my location to Morgan. Morgan can click on it and it'll immediately give her directions to where I'm at.
I use
On the
that with
flip side, I
Kaylee all
will
the time.
say
With there's no,
Facebook Messenger does that now too.
but
I
see,
found that out on
now-
a mistake this morning.
this is coming
But-
from
I
someone
don't
that
use
does
Facebook
not
Messenger.
use Facebook. I
Does
do
he
not.
does not use Facebook in any way, shape, or
I
form?
have not
about
used
that.
Facebook in 5 years.
It's valid.
Forget about that.
I like iOS for its interconnectivity with all its apps.
I completely agree.
The only thing that really entices me from Android is the customization.
That is, I'm
The fact that I
exact
can
same boat.
customize every little aspect, from the background to my keyboard to my color scheme to my app icons to my launchers to I can customize everything and anything about Android that I want. The downside to that is that typically it fucks your phone. I had a back when I was in Android was when the Nexus was like top of the line.
Oh fuck yeah!
And I had a Nexus and I loved it for the first 3 months. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to dive a little bit more into this and see what I can do.
Just like me.
and I customized the shit out of it. And then I woke up one day and I turned my phone on and went to send a message, and it took fucking 45 seconds for the Messages app to boot up. And then I went to type, and I was typing words out, and the keyboard was like 17 strokes behind what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sucks. And so I was like, fuck this. When the new iPhone comes out, I'm going back. And that's all it took. The only thing that entices me about Android is the customizability. That's it. It would have to be, I mean, the new Samsung, the new Galaxy, when it came out with the full screen and just a little camera cutout, was cool. And I was like, now that's pretty sexy. That's pretty sexy. I sort of like that. And then around that time, I upgraded the XS Max with the notch, and I was like, nah, this is better.
I liked the Galaxy screens when they first launched the Infinity screen.
With the rounded edges.
Yeah,
I really
there was
like
no
those too.
hole punch,
I thought that was
Yeah.
cool.
none of that.
Uh-huh.
It was. I thought those were the better screens. I was not a fan.
I
of
also
the
like how
new
they had like ability though, like you could swipe off that bevel
screen. Yeah.
and it would do something.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That's one of the things that I also really like about iOS is the amount of gesture control.
Yeah.
That just with certain gestures on my phone, I can execute. I can execute actions.
Which native Google just copied.
Yeah.
They literally went through and were like, "Oh, we went through and we tested it." Literally, they said we've studied and tested.
I'm down with that.
Uh,
If Apple ever had some sort of power user setting that allowed you more customization freedom within the OS, he'd consider it.
Oh,
the
that's
only
Dancing
why
problem
I,
with that
Led-
though is again is that sacrifices performance, which
This
then
is
means
the-
people would be like, "Oh, iOS sucks now because it doesn't perform very
Well,
well."
it-
and
this
it's
is the
slow
first
and
phone
it's
that I've never
laggy and,
jailbroken.
like,
I used to always jailbreak my iPhones. I would upgrade to the newest OS, and I would work on that OS for the longest time. And then once a stable jailbreak came out, I would jailbreak, and then I would use my
I did that once. And
I would
fucked it.
I would
was like, I'm
use
I was gonna say he
tweaks and stuff.
he
that
got
I
a
like.
really expensive coaster doing that once.
Yeah.
done. Oh, I didn't. My manager did.
And the cool thing is, like, a lot of the features that come with jailbreaks are now native features. Like this setup right here, the control center.
You just swiped it away.
Whoop, that right there.
Yeah.
That was a tweak on jailbreaks called SBS settings. And Apple actually came out and said that, like, there was a Apple dev that posted on a jailbreak forum and was like, "This is fucking cool."
Yeah.
Like, this needs to be native to iOS. And then, like, 2 versions of iOS later, guess what? The control center was was brought around. And
So
so
you can't say invented.
it can't say invented, but
Yeah.
it was brought to native
Right.
iOS. So, and now it's gotten to the point where everything that I used to jailbreak for is
Already in there.
it's native at this point. So I don't feel the need to jailbreak anymore. I don't like it would just be like an Android. I don't feel the need to root anymore and download a custom OS because the features that I wanted are native to the OS now. The only thing that they never did that really pissed me off was night mode. Thank God tomorrow I can download iOS 13 and night mode comes with it.
Yeah.
That's the
I'm
old
so
that
excited.
I am so
What's night
excited.
mode?
Dark mode.
Yeah.
Like now
They're adding
Instead of
a
everything being white, everything's dark.
So
everything's
now, like,
black.
Oh,
messages will always be white even if it's 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Now
all it used to do was just you have an auto brightness adjuster, which everyone has at this
yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah.
Doesn't
Now-
matter.
coming with the iOS that drops tomorrow, they have a dark mode for everything, and I'm going to turn dark mode on tomorrow
Keep
night,
it on.
and
See-
it will never be turned
The only
off.
thing with that though is having a 10 and a 10s. It's an OLED screen, so black is off.
Yeah.
So everything that's black, those
I'm
LEDs are physically turned off.
I'm gonna put
which
this in
means
a
battery life increase.
I'm going to put this in a situation that you will understand. Okay. It is 4 a.m. Okay. You're tired. You're lying in bed. You just want to check like 1 or 2 things before you go to sleep. And so you open up an app on your phone, and it's exactly like what happens when you boot up Destiny 2 in a dark fucking room. It's
actually
just that
funny.
white screen.
That happened to Kaylee last night because she, like, at 3 a.m. or something, I don't remember what happened, but she kicked me and woke me up. And I turned, and I think she was going to check her phone. She adjusts her brightness manually, and the second you do that on iPhone, it removes the auto brightness. So she always keeps it real high. And so she turned, I mean, like immediate.
It's like a flashbang, man.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it made me kind of just.
That's why I'm so excited for dark mode, because now every time I open my phone when it's like 5 a.m. and I'm trying to go to bed, it'll just be like, it's not. Okay, how bright is it gonna be? Okay, look at it. Okay, yep, we're gonna check this. Okay, we're good. Put it back down.
What about you?
Led says, light mode master race. Fight me.
Wow, you're racist.
So I realized
Whites only.
while he was talking, I
Whoa.
was thinking about what I would go.
White
do.
background on the messages.
Anywho,
And we're off the
while
air.
He was talking about it. It really made me realize. I think what it would take for me to switch over to Android would be for Android to just be iOS. So, literally, the biggest things that are keeping me right now is iTunes. I have so much fucking money invested in iTunes. It's not
I have
even funny.
none.
I
have some.
So
I have
fucking
none.
much. Actually, here I'm looking at my library. I have 175 movies, which equals out to 14 days and 700 gigs, and 48 TV shows equaling out to 10 and a half days at 416 gigs. That does not include my music or anything like that. So I am heavily invested in iTunes. The other thing it comes down to is the one thing, and you were touching on this, but the one thing I like with iPhone is Apple makes the iPhone. They're the only company that makes the iPhone. They know what the hardware is. They know what's inside of it.
Yeah.
They know this is what it is.
It's optimized.
So, correct. Everything is, oh, we made this game. It runs on iPhone. It runs on iPad. It runs on everything.
Mhm.
As opposed to like Android, where it's like, oh, hey, like in theory, as long as you have this processor and this much RAM, you should be fine. We think, but
It
there's
runs on
glitches
Samsung,
and
but
To
not
everything.
HTC.
To be fair,
Yeah.
that's the same argument versus Xbox and PC. So
I mean,
yeah,
no.
yeah, because Xbox
Big-
is the
big-
console.
Xbox, everything runs on, whereas
I got what you're
PC,
saying.
as
I got
long
what
as you
you're
meet these minimum requirements, theoretically should work.
I got what you're
But
saying.
Yeah.
depending on driver updates and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, maybe.
I agree with what Joe's saying though, because it's one of those things that if I see something that I'm interested in and it is built for iOS,
You know it's gonna work.
I know it's going to work. I don't have to, and Android has to deal with this. I don't have to deal with, oh, well, is my Android phone powerful enough to run this program or this app or
Now-
this
Well,
game?
and the other thing though is the way that they talked about it. And again, I know you don't watch their press conferences, but the way they talked about iOS 13 on their press conference is, we built the new iPhone, so this is what our processor does. This is how we optimize this. We went through and were able to get you an extra 5 hours of battery life because we were able to do this. And it was all, we moved these things around because this is our stuff. Android, it's like, oh yeah, we've got some new battery saving features. It should be compatible with some phones.
Well,
Like-
so you've only had Android, right?
Mhm.
So I'm the exact opposite.
No, he's had Windows.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
To be fair,
I will say,
that Windows
That
phone was
started out-
cool as fuck.
It
my
was,
my
and that
Lumia
started out
950
not trying to
XL
be a
is
joke.
still my favorite fucking phone I have ever had in my entire life.
That was a really badass phone though. The only
It was.
the only
It was
liquid
amazing.
cooled
The
phone
tile,
I've
like,
ever seen.
It's funny because the things about it that made it like
I'm
first
so
off,
worried about this.
tiles sucks in Windows 10. On a phone,
Oh, it's badass.
perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
absolutely perfect.
100%.
Sucks on Windows 10, absolutely perfect. It just sucks because nobody wanted to develop for Windows.
At all, in any way, shape, or
At
form.
all.
So, I had access to Facebook.
Dude, I literally
dope.
remember.
Woo!
I literally remember
Also had
the day you got rid of.
access to Hotmail. Yeah, first party support. Outlook. But that was it. Oh, and
That Edge
I did also get
Excel support edited in my spreadsheets on the go.
yeah. Well, I mean, so that's the thing. I had full Microsoft Office support. And I got Microsoft Office for free whenever I had the phone. So I had the full
It's
Office
just
suite
funny
for-
because I remember the biggest thing that really bothered you about your Windows phone, you couldn't play Pokemon
That's
Go.
what I've been trying to say. Is
and then, but yeah, Pokemon Go came out. Couldn't play Pokemon Go on Windows Phone. Guess he
Just
switched
got
over
to
to
know.
the top of the line Samsung
that fucking day.
that day.
Literally.
He literally was like, no. I was like, yeah, they've announced it for iOS and Android. And he was like, it's coming. It's coming. They're going to say Windows. They're going to say Windows. And then that day he was like, fuck it. I bought a Samsung. I was like, what? And he was like, I'm not missing out on this game.
I was like, if I wait on it, by the time that it may eventually come to Windows, everybody will be done
Is
playing.
it on Windows yet?
Nope. No.
Windows is
Are they?
Windows
totally
OS on
dead.
mobile is a completely done deal. Nokia actually makes Android phones now,
Yeah, we sell them.
Nice. So with me,
but it's kind of interesting because they do also have the
Wi-Fi now
Nokia ones
sucks.
also have a lot of Windows integration and stuff.
Yeah.
So like that's another cool thing I like. Obviously, you have the same thing with your MacBooks and
So
stuff.
that's another thing is I'm way too deep into this ecosystem now.
That
Yeah.
Between a
I was
MacBook
gonna,
and
I was
Apple
gonna
Watch
touch on
and
that
fucking,
because like
iPad.
it was
and
cool
the
because
fucking,
I was noticing earlier like when I first got here, he was on his iPad, his MacBook, and he was doing stuff, but he got a text message that would have come to his phone, and it just pops up on his laptop, and he's just like, oh yeah, and boom, sends out a response real quick, executes it, and goes and does, and just resumes what he's doing.
it's
and
nice.
you know,
I have that on Windows 10
Do
but
you?
The funny thing is,
with my Android. Yes.
I've tried
also-
to get that to
I
work,
also
but I've
have
never
the
gotten
same
it to
thing with
work
my
because
phone.
I have iOS.
like I have a connection with my phone, with my computer, that when I'm now when I'm playing Destiny, it doesn't happen because
yeah, if you have
Destiny's
iTunes
full
open,
screen.
it does make
But-
sense.
but-
But if I have the ability to where if I'm playing a game and I have iTunes open, if I get a text message on my phone, boom, it pops up.
Well, I mean,
and
you could just put in another window.
and it flares up on my screen and I see it. And I like the fact that there is integration across watch, phone, tablet, computer, all of it, and it's all combined. I take a photo on my phone and then I go home and it's automatically loaded into my iTunes on my computer and on my tablet. It's there. There's no okay, make sure to transfer. It's just
So
there.
I have that with again through Windows. I have that with OneDrive.
Mhm.
So it's the exact same thing. It's
Yeah.
just instead of
A
the cloud,
third
it's
party.
it's
Yeah.
Well, no, it's Microsoft's cloud. So it's all Windows integration. But yeah, no, I have it to where like if I'm playing Destiny and then I'm just like, oh well, I'm done playing Destiny. I exit out. It's like, oh, here's all the text messages you missed. Here's all the emails you missed, and all that kind of stuff while you were playing.
Another thing I will say that is really cool, and I'm not just referring to browser.
Yeah.
So I'm referring to programs and inside of apps and games and stuff like that. I love the fact that iOS just knows all my passwords.
So
You got it on Chrome where it's like
I have it on Chrome, and my phone already has all that stuff because of Google. Because all my
build
stuff.
it into your apps now. Because back when I had Android, like
We're
when you go
talking-
into
we're
an
talking-
app,
we're talking
you could,
integration with third-party apps.
yeah,
The majority of them, yes. So if I like log into Facebook, okay, because I downloaded Facebook through the Google Play Store,
Uh-huh.
and Google knows my Facebook account information. Whenever I open it for the first time, it's like, oh, here you go, it's already signed in and everything like
Okay.
that. And then it asks
iOS
to
does
give
the same thing. It actually
right.
works with Google. I have a lot of passwords saved on my Google account for like bills and stuff. When I log in on my phone through Safari, it still knows my password.
Exactly. So it's just the same
It's
thing.
really the
I'm
same
talking,
thing.
like,
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, again,
I was talking about,
refer
like-
to when you're on Safari
No.
Or like
I was talking
I'm
like
saying that,
Face,
like, load up your
Face ID
Chase
and
app.
Touch ID
or
in
I don't know who you
third-party
bake through.
apps.
Chase.
But and it's like,
Uh,
okay, here's your password and
well,
everything.
so
from
I
Google.
don't know if the Face ID is, but I have
It does
I have
on
fingerprint
the-
in third party apps.
Safari, not on the
Because
apps.
again,
Yeah.
all
That's
integrated
what I'm
with
saying.
Google.
It's like
Because
you're
if you
using
use the Google
iOS
App
to
Store,
use the
it's
thing.
all
Yeah.
integrated
You
with
go
that stuff.
in,
And see, that's another,
iOS knows your password and can
Right.
tell you, yes, you have a Chase
I
password.
know
here it is.
you're talking about the key ring, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a keychain.
Keychain also
actually.
melds with Google Chrome, I believe.
Fuck, I don't
one of the
remember
things
the
that I
details.
always that
I like how I'm trying to
sorta-
show a feature and I'm like, I don't remember.
sort
the-
of disenchants me
There we
from
go.
Android is like Samsung has a Face ID
Yeah, there's all
feature.
my.
I'm going
Right.
to show you my 13-inch
So
MacBook.
it has the ability to you look at your phone and it registers
Yes.
your face and it logs.
It takes a lot of fucking battery though.
You're in.
But yeah,
Okay.
What does?
It's a
Face ID on a
It's a
Samsung thing.
Samsung technology.
It's not a Google technology.
It's not
Therefore,
Google tech. Face ID on iPhones is a Apple tech.
Yeah.
So apps on iPhone on
Yeah.
iOS natively can support that. Like my bank apps, they use Face ID.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is
So-
it's locked to the chip inside this phone that contains the Face ID software.
I
It's
will
not-
say
it's not being
that
pinged
is-
on external servers.
What
that,
is
that
Macmillian
data
Estate?
stays on my phone and it uses it as a
What about it?
What is that? Is that yours?
yeah.
It's my Wi-Fi.
Why did I connect to your Wi-Fi 6 minutes ago?
That's a good question. It's kind of weird.
Oh no, they all. I think it just backed up to iCloud.
Gotcha.
Because all of my Wi-Fi passwords backed up at 1032.
Okay.
I was just like,
I was
why did
like, I
just
know it's a
your
location
Wi-Fi?
in a video game, but at the same time, I know it's also something else.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
what was
step by
got me
step
confused.
location.
I just figured your fucking Wi-Fi network has a broad ass range.
Just because I have gigabit doesn't mean it's that great.
But
But
no,
that's
like,
the cool thing though is I can literally view every Wi-Fi password I've ever been on thanks to Keychain. Like I could literally,
So
if
that-
Pops were to call me and be like, "Hey,
That's
I
another
don't know
thing
my
that's
Wi-Fi password."
interesting.
I
So
click, there it is.
I have that, but I don't because I could just be like, oh, like, I'm signing into this. It fires everything. Yeah, yada yada yada. But when it actually brings up the password, it's just dots.
Oh.
Like it puts it in for me,
Yeah.
but I can't see what the
I was gonna
Things
say,
are for the dots.
In iOS, you can go through and you can actually reveal it. You can do the same thing in Chrome,
which
though.
right,
Yeah.
but in Chrome, but not in a setting on my phone or
Right,
anything
yeah.
like that. It's only
That's why
through the Chrome browser.
iOS is just
But-
iOS has so much interconnectivity, and that's the thing that's honestly one of the biggest things that retains me as a user is all of these apps that require security. Once when I initially download them and log into them, the first time I enter my password, as soon as I enter my password, it's like, do you want to enable Face ID? Yes, and then it does the Face ID scan to make sure that I'm me, and then from then on, I can fucking forget my password. I don't have
See,
to deal with it.
I don't know if
because
that's a
Until
good
it's the
thing.
GameStop app and it logs you out every 3 days.
Thank you. That's why I don't use the GameStop. app.
I'm so
So
But-
you don't? Do you miss your thumbprint at all?
No.
Because I feel
Yes.
like I would.
No.
Yes.
I like my
So
thumbprint.
here's the thing. I miss it when okay, so I'm driving to work, right? I wear sunglasses on my drive to work. I'm driving to work and I'm listening to a podcast or whatever, and I need to skip ahead, or maybe I was zoning out, paying attention to the dumbass driving the massive truck with the balls hanging behind his
Not
trailer
really
hitch,
zoning out,
Balls.
but paying attention to traffic.
and not paying
Safe.
attention to the podcast,
Right.
And so I want to beep 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 back it up a couple times, and okay, I look at my phone and Face ID, because majority of the sunglasses I wear are mirrored, they're reflective, and so
That explains. I was like, that doesn't make any
Face
sense
ID
because
Face ID works with
Yeah.
works with normal sunglasses, but I wear predominantly mirrored sunglasses,
Yeah.
and so
Mirrored aviators.
it doesn't work. Mirrored aviators, he's not wrong. And so a lot of times it would be super easy for me to just be like, okay, yeah, fingerprint, okay, good, beep, 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 and back up.
Yeah.
As opposed to now where I have to let it look at my face.
Another question is,
It
are you
doesn't
something you're
work.
listening to?
It doesn't work, and then I have to type in my passcode.
Apparently, yeah, that's what the new iPhones, they do it 30% faster.
The
I'm
new
excited.
Face ID is 30% faster.
Yeah, but my question is, you're doing something you're listening to?
What do you mean?
Like you're listening to a podcast on your way to
Or I
work
want
and,
to,
like,
or I
back
want
it
to,
up?
I want to change the podcast, or
If
maybe
you
I'm
want to change it, that makes sense. I was gonna
If
say,
I'm-
otherwise, just hit the backup 15 seconds.
So
3
I'm
times.
I'm listening to maybe I'm listening to Spotify and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I don't want to listen to the new Slipknot album. Let's listen to Critical Role.
Yeah,
Hey,
who
Siri.
And
would
so I
want
want to switch it over, and I'm like, well, fuck, okay, I got to wait a couple seconds for the pad to pop up so I can type in my passcode. Okay, there's my passcode.
You know what is funny though? Hey Siri, play music.
You're gonna get banned.
Playing all songs. Shuffled.
I don't. But here's the thing. I don't use Apple Music. I don't use iTunes.
I
All
do.
of
It's-
all of my music is Spotify.
You just
My only
did a
question-
whole lot of argument for interconnectivity for
Yeah,
iOS
to
apps,
not-
and then you're
that's
like,
the
and then I
only-
don't use it.
That's the one thing that continues to bother me to this day is that Apple does not allow its voice assistant or
Yeah.
its voice commands to interact with third-party apps. I
They're supposed
cannot.
to be changing.
I
that.
cannot control Spotify through
The
Hey
one-
Siri. If
one-
I say, "Hey Siri, play my playlist off of Spotify," it's like, "The fuck you mean, bro?"
What about Alexa?
But if I'm sitting here and I'm in my phone,
Wouldn't that
and
work?
if it
What was
no,
it?
Why not? You can get Alexa on your phone. I have Alexa on my phone.
but it won't connect to my Spotify on my phone.
If you have a Spotify account and an Amazon account, you can pair them.
But I don't want it to play through the Alexa app. I want it to play through Spotify so that I have control of my playlists.
Yeah, but
No, what he's saying is if you link the two,
it's
then
gonna.
inside Spotify you can use Alexa.
Nick's like the rabbit hole.
Now, see, I haven't.
My
I
turn,
haven't
by the way.
my mind, obviously, don't have a lot of people watching right now, but my mind is just
How many
like,
people's
how
voices
many
are just
like smart devices are just going off right
Did
now
you
because of
notice
all of the Siri and A names that we've just been.
Well,
Rooster Teeth censors it now.
Yes,
if they say Alexa, hey Google, hey Siri,
Yeah.
anything, it literally censors it.
You know that anyone else here can say, "Hey, whatever," and this won't answer.
Yeah, because
It's
Siri's
only
smarter than Alexa
voice.
and Google.
Hey,
But
Right.
Dude,
Alexa will-
Does anyone
I'm gonna
have a
mute
Google
Alexa
voice
next
speaker?
time you come over too.
I would behave last time. I think.
Last time, first time for everything.
No, has anyone else used a Google Assistant speaker?
Mm.
It fucking thinks it's people are always talking to.
Wait, okay,
it
Google?
thinks like yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
I've been talking to people, and I was talking to Dad the other day, and I was like, "Hey, what show are you guys watching?" And Google was like, "Beep beep, you talking to me?" I was like, "You're sitting in a fucking room with the lights off.
I'll
No one's
just never
talking to
forget.
you."
My family and I were discussing politics and gun laws. I'm not going to go into any detail here to start. I don't want to start any arguments. But
Just gotta chill.
one argument I had, without going into too much detail, was why don't people use
I
explosives?
don't care what you say. You're wrong.
Okay. So my argument was, why don't people use explosives instead of guns?
I'm with you, Led.
And I said something along the lines of, I feel like I would get more casualties if I blew up something as opposed to shot something.
What the fuck
And I
kind of
saw
conversation
I saw
is
Google go, "Brrrr," and then it never said anything. It just lit up for a sec and turned back off. And I was like, I'm not saying I will.
Your FBI agent is like, finally some juicy shit.
Yeah, the FBI agent in the van down the street's like, fuck.
Thank you. You are on a list. I was like,
Remember that
no,
on the-
that's not what I was saying. I was trying to make a point.
I've met my quota for the month. I can finally go home.
I just remember that on the Simpsons movie where they're all sitting there on the
Oh yeah.
train and they're talking and they say something about their name. They say their names and it cuts out to the NSA just listening into every conversation in America. They're like, "Oh my God, I found him! I found him! The NSA actually found someone we were looking for."
But so what I was gonna say is the biggest thing with me with Android is obviously the customization. I understand exactly what you and Led are saying with the whole. If iOS had a little more openness, allowing you to, and what I mean by customize is not so much just the background or the color or anything, but more of the programs it uses. I mean, it affects performance, but you should be able to allow a little bit, right? We can adjust the brightness, but we can't adjust anything else.
I think the big thing with that also, and I mean, I will agree with you. I think that Apple needs to put more testing into it. But I think what Apple looks at is, we made this, we know it works, so okay, we guarantee it works.
Or
If
well,
it's a
it
third
also
party,
trend
open
data,
it up.
right?
Well, but that too.
Yeah.
But then it also comes down to, okay, like if we go through and open this up, okay, now third parties can start doing this. Now everybody starts putting their hands in it, and then Apple's like, well, we haven't tested all of this, and now we're putting out a product that we say works and it doesn't, which makes us look bad.
Right.
Which is another thing.
Because
is-
I will say, at the end of the day, Apple is very, very, very focused on their outward-facing image.
Oh yeah.
Especially from what their ecosystem represents, is it does have that image of, we've tested it, it's our product, it's our technology, it's proprietary,
So, Nick-
we know it works.
I'm gonna have 3 cameras now, 4 if you count the front facing. I say we start a TikTok. They gotta be used at some point, right?
It's true. It's true. It's very true.
Were you here last week when I was telling you all the things you can do with that too?
Still down for
The
those.
3.
With the 4 cameras?
Yeah.
You can record all 4 at once.
Sure.
You badass. What is it?
O'Reilly's. We're going to O'Reilly's after this.
You suck.
I'm not.
I know you're not.
Say, I want to go so
You
bad
guys both have to
tonight.
open in the morning.
Yeah.
I have to open, but now my opening during the week is 1:30 in the afternoon.
That was probably
All right.
And I will say, so
Weird.
I will say, like,
I have to work my normal shift, starting at 2.
but it's
Until 2.
the way our stuff is done for our opening shifts, like we work 1:30 to 4. The next bartender comes in at 4, and then we go to the wine bar, and then we start opening up the wine bar. So I make no money hardly at all during lunch because we don't open till 3. So from 3 to 4, for that hour, whatever money I make, and then I go back to the wine bar, open up wine bar,
Make a lot.
and then I'm first cut at wine bar, and then I'll get a percentage of hours worked, whatever.
Sure.
So I'll get a cut of what's made in the wine bar, So I might make $40 tomorrow total. But tonight, there was an emergency pop-up PDR they got set up for tomorrow, and they need a bartender.
Guess who makes a lot of money tomorrow?
Guess who's gonna make $200 to $300 tomorrow working a PDR?
And doing absolutely jack shit.
That must be nice.
That must be nice.
It is.
Can't all
It's
have nice
really
jobs, I
nice.
guess.
It's really nice. But it's one of those where, like,
my job.
I was expecting.
Somebody's bragging.
I was expecting
lucky
to.
for you, it's going to be a bunch of rich ass lawyers that are probably going to tip very well.
38 rich ass lawyers.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He's gonna be there.
No, rich ass lawyers.
Oh, I thought you said bitch ass.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Where's he at, by the way? I feel like I haven't seen him in
Doing lawyer
But
things.
to be fair, I legit haven't seen him in over a month and a half because
Because last
I saw him
time
was
was
not last time, but the time for last.
yeah,
What a
Didn't he
jerk.
stop? Didn't he stop in that one night for the podcast before the
he
podcast?
wasn't here.
I wasn't here. That was one of the ones.
That was us three and Shannon.
Wasn't you're right?
Yeah, we were all like, "Hey, like jump on for like 10 minutes." He was like, "No, I gotta go."
So he just
but
so
I'm
he
gonna
just
stand
stood
here and drink
just
this
stood
fucking
here.
glass of whiskey.
Yeah, he just stood here behind the camera drinking. Anyway, no, any other iOS Android stuff?
I want to talk about anything else. Anything, please, people.
Okay, so games I've been playing, obviously a lot of Destiny, but really,
What's
really
Destiny?
insanely addicting.
Explain to me everything you know
Phone
about
game.
this Destiny
What is
game.
This
Get
is
the fuck out.
hold on.
I know what that is. I don't know the game, but I know of the type. Yeah,
What?
It's Candy Crush.
it looks like the identical type of game as fucking Evolve.
It's one of those
Evolve.
AFK games, one of those
Nope.
idle champions.
That's not an AFK chain.
No, it's not.
What is Evolve? We were talking about two
Ev-
totally different games.
Evolve, you have a team of people. A team of people. Each person has a different color square. When you match the squares, that person does X amount of damage versus an enemy.
I thought you were talking
No.
Evolve like the fucking 4-player versus
Yeah.
one.
They have a mobile game or had. I don't know if it's not, but it was that exact same type where you match up the colors.
That's
Go on.
So the way this works
Mhm.
is you do a pattern and follow the same amount of colors. So this is this character's puzzle. So I can do this. By the way, this is all pirate themed. So every time you match
course
one up,
it is.
it's cutlasses. So he does that. He does that attack. Then goes through
So it's pirate
till I get another
Puzzle
turn.
Quest?
Sort of, yeah. It's a pirate puzzle quest.
Nice.
So as this is going, okay, well, I'm gonna do this right here.
It is
That does
literally too big for your phone.
We're getting to that.
Does look
So I
It's cutting off
don't,
the edges.
still don't have anything I can do with that. Okay, so I can do this. Does that attack and so on and so forth. Each color is a different type of attack.
Yeah.
Sure.
Again, don't have anything. But if you have these flashing things, it adds modifiers to it. So because that modifier happened, the guy that I just attacked also is confused for his next round, so his next round is skipped.
I do have a game I want to talk about.
Still not
Just
seeing
Thought I'd bring
anything.
it up.
But so you can go you can go diagonals, left, right, whatever, and the more things you connect, the more damage you do.
Super
Still
riveting
not
on a video podcast.
Oh come on, there's got to be a
He wants
So,
to
I
do
mean, so
something
we-
cool.
yeah. I'm waiting on a. I still haven't gotten any. So long story short, here's
The
the
most boring fight he's ever seen.
yeah. So here's the interesting thing. So while I'm playing, if any of these colors happen to match the colors on the other thing, I can turn this and
Oh, that's
see
neat.
that they match, and it'll
Ah.
go from this side and continue on this side and continue going through
That's
and do
pretty
combos.
That's cool.
Here's the thing. So I'm going to blow through this really fast so I can get to the main topic of interest within this game. So this game, I found this a couple days ago, and I've been playing it nonstop ever since. I found out about this game by getting an email from the company that makes this game. The company whose app store this game is available through. Because again, so this is not a normal Android app. Like you can't go into the Google Play Store and get this app. It's only able to be sideloaded onto your system through a third-party app store.
Gotcha.
So finish combat, level up. Unique rewards. The sultry mistress of the stacks will now teach you a thing or two about fucking. By the way, this is a hentai porno game.
Of course it is.
Suddenly, everything makes sense.
But the gameplay is addicting.
And we're there.
Yeah.
But it's one of those where like
Play is a tree, man. I mean, like,
it's
I don't know what the fuck
it's one of those like
That was.
I literally got an email and I was like, what the fuck is Nut Taku?
Nut talk.
Nut Taku is a third-party
Why
app store
expect
that
anything
apparently I first made an account with this app store years ago. Like no. Seriously,
Years ago, you were
during
looking
what,
at-
a FAP session?
I guess probably.
Probably.
Apparently, they are changing how their in-game microtransactions work in their stuff, and I have $10 worth of promotional stuff I got because when I signed up for it originally,
He has 10 FAP units.
I got $10 worth of coins that I can then use for.
$10 on this website.
No, I've spent nothing on this website, but no, it's one of those where like apparently.
Does it show everything?
Oh yeah,
Of course it does. I just thought I'd ask. You don't have to prove it. I believe you.
so like as you progress through the game, it unlocks galleries. But up until this point, like during gameplay,
Is it available on Steam?
no, it's only available on Nutaku. You
He says the name like it's an actual.
hold on. You can also play this game through your browser.
Of course you can.
So apparently this game is available on iOS, but only through the browser.
I just like you talk about it like it's an actual.
But no, like it's one of those where like I got a thing. I'm both proud and disappointed at how open you are about having anime porn games.
Dude,
Agreed.
like you don't know, man.
But no, it's one of those where it was like this game seems like interesting, and like I was just like, fuck it, whatever, install.
Literally.
And then right,
Fuck it.
it has a very odd storyline, but like
I wonder why.
right, but it's one of those where like I just started playing it and I was just like, oh okay, whatever, but then like it has
Then
some
you
of
saw some titties. And
no.
you're like, I like this game.
has nothing to do like it's cool how like they took like the typical like match game like it doesn't play
Added
like
their
the
own elements to it.
right so like oh like you can match this and this and this and then if it goes off the board and goes onto their board then it does this and then it activates combos blah 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 blah. Like I was like, this is really awesome. Like this is really cool change of pace compared to the other stuff. And I'm like installing. I was like, oh yeah, like and it's just like a normal game, connect stuff and stuff. But then I was thinking about like, okay, so I'm really into playing this game, like because the gameplay is really fun, brings you in and everything like that.
Gameplay's fantastic.
But like in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know the second I'm like, oh, like I just need to waste some time. It's 30 minutes before a movie. Look, mommy, boobies. And like, wait, whoa, shit. Like I can't like
You can't play
play in public. I'm like, God.
So you know what you need to do is get those privacy screens. So that only
So the
if you're looking
only-
exactly like this, you can see the titties.
Yeah,
And someone's like this, no, you get nothing.
you get nothing. You can only see the boner I have. That's the only thing. It's the only thing the protector screen doesn't cover.
Augmented reality at that point. So
But no, I actually, oddly enough, really fun for a puzzle game.
So I want to talk about a game that I feel like you should have played or owned or beaten already. Have you? Everyone's talked and heard about Greedfall, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
So has anyone played it?
no,
So I am torn. I want to buy this game.
I really want to buy
I
this
keep
game.
looking at a lot of stuff. It's pirate. It's like
It's
swashbuckler with
it's-
magic.
it's
with-
colonial era.
I guess, but you could choose the type of weapon, the type of sword. If you use
Yeah,
a
but I mean, like-
rapier, you're much quicker. Like
Right. But I'm saying it's like colonial era. It's very like
But it has magic.
yeah. But I mean, it's set in a fake. It's set in a fake universe
Right.
around 1700s.
Well,
but there's
it
like
looks like
airships
a
and that kind of
colonial
stuff, too.
era Dragon Age Inquisition, and
Yeah.
except the story just looks really fucking good.
Mhm.
I really want to get it.
It's a single player experience that
Jesus.
I am. Did you bring up the game on your phone?
No,
Oh, okay. By the way, it's called Saber's Edge. If anybody wants to check it out. You're playing Binding of Isaac right
How
now.
many times have you purchased that game?
About 1,000.
Yeah,
Every single
It's like
way
Grand
you
Theft-
can possibly play it, he's got
it's
it.
like Grand Theft Auto 5 for Nick.
You know, I actually need to buy that.
I will say, speaking of Grand Theft Auto 5, kind of turning
that game anymore. Technically,
going full circle back around and everything. GTA 5, I was going to mention something because I find it funny how in GTA 5, if you are Michael, you have iOS. If you are
Franklin's Android.
Franklin
Trevor's
is
Windows.
Trevor is Windows
'Cause he does
his
On
phone.
the phone?
On the
Yeah.
phones.
I've never noticed that. That's cool.
Yeah,
But it's not.
kind of a little funny random like thing, but
In case anybody doesn't,
it's
already
true.
have-
Led's accurate. It is a very easy game to play one-handed.
in case anybody doesn't already have Grand Theft Auto, by the way, on Xbox or any
System?
Rockstar game you're looking for, all Rockstar games are on huge fucking discount right now on Xbox Live,
Oh, nice.
and I'm talking like huge fucking discount.
I'm PC Master Race. Why do you play Destiny with us?
Because you guys play at 3 in the morning,
I don't. I need someone to play with.
and I play on Xbox.
Soon enough. Soon
Ev-
enough, my
everyone else-
schedule will change.
Everyone else is just like,
I was gonna say, what is it,
I'm
next week?
hopping on here.
Uh,
I'll be on around 11 o'clock. 2:30 in the morning.
basically,
Marcus.
after the first weekend of October, it's looking like I'm switching to mornings.
Oh, nice.
So
I'll
there
have someone to play with.
there
And Nick
will-
won't.
be plenty of time to play.
What are you gonna do?
Jerk off.
Fair.
Playing his new mobile game.
Yeah, play my new mobile game that I'm hooked on and
I don't know
addicted
what I
to.
expected.
No,
I should have expected
October, I'll
that.
probably be in Louisville
Oh, that's right.
for 2 months.
So then, yeah, but you won't be on late nights for that, right?
Nope.
So then, for a short amount of time, we'll all be online at the same fucking time.
So is
Legit though.
Is
I
this
will
where
play with you guys
is this
if you
where
guys
we're
actually would wanna
segueing into
play.
Destiny
And
talks?
Speaking of
Fucking
which,
won't
we
get the
haven't had a
stupid
chance
shit
to
out
watch
of
the
the
video.
way.
I meant to have us all watch that video beforehand, but
So
again-
the new vidoc that came out,
it's like what, 10 minutes?
it's like 10.5 minutes. It's really easy to watch.
Oh,
Shows a lot of really cool scenes from new
Sure.
areas that we haven't seen before. A lot of new environments. They look dope as fuck. The
So just as much hype as the last vid doc.
the Red Citadel, like the dungeon that they unveiled, has like they
Dungeon, so we're talking Strike.
yeah
Got it.
They titled it almost like a mini raid.
One day ago.
Yeah, where it should be called To the Moon and Beyond.
Yeah, I got it.
And it just like the environment they showed. It's got like it. Sorry, it's got platforming that's like jumping over traps, and there's like you'll be jumping from platform to platform, and there's like these giant things that are like rising out of this pit beneath you, and they're on like tracks, and they're going up, and they're like these spinning cylinders that rise up, and they're covered in spikes and like glowing red runes and this shit, and they're like spinning up from the depths and like spinning way up above you out of your sight, and you have to like time your jumps to jump between them so that you don't get hit. And
Speaking of platforming, I did the Menagerie since I've only done it once with you, and did the Gauntlet. That was fun. I was
Oh,
a little-
yeah.
I was
that's a
a-
raid encounter.
Oh, is it really?
That's a raid encounter.
That's a raid encounter, but that is a very dumbed down version of said raid encounter.
Very dumbed down version.
Well,
When we do the Leviathan, that's actually one of the encounters that you do within the Leviathan,
Yeah.
and it's really cool because it's one of those where basically as people are running that, people are on the outside not running it, and it's like, oh, I'm coming up to dogs, so you have to look at dogs, and then 2 of them are lit, 1 is not lit, and it's whatever ones there are things for.
You know how you had
So-
like a little door you had to go through to reset your timer?
All the doors are locked.
Basically, instead of it just being one, it's a 3x3 grid, so there's 9 different doors you can go through,
Yeah.
and people outside tell you, okay, mid, and you can only jump through the mid circles. If you jump through top or bottom, you die.
And then on top of that, it's the way it's set up is so like there's one that's like off, and then the other 2 are glowing. So me and somebody else have to shoot the other 2 at the exact same time. Bullets hit at the same time, and it unlocks. Otherwise, it's locked and
Yeah.
you can't even get through.
No, it's just
And then we turn to the next one and do
There's
it.
a lot of coordination
Same thing.
involved.
So
I had never done it before though.
Yeah.
What had happened is I jumped too early and fell in the lava immediately. So I got back and I was the only one back and I was like, oh, it sucks. So I was shooting, and then I died. And then my timer was like 4, 3, 2. Everyone disappears. 1, and I'm back in the middle again. I'm like, God damn it! Like I missed 2 rounds of it. Like just standing in the middle shooting
Yeah.
bags. I was salty.
Yeah.
Oh, I got my recluse.
nice.
Nice.
I understand why that gun is fucking cheap.
It's unreal.
Disgusting.
I was destroying
Yeah.
people in Iron Band.
I mean,
I believe it.
I'm not even talking about playing Iron Band. I'm talking about just in the game, just the PvE. It's hysterical at how it kills bosses. I went through 7 of the escalation protocols in like 10 minutes.
It burns.
yeah.
Everyone had recluse, and it was literally like the boss would spawn, done. It was dumb.
SMGs are kind of ridiculous in that game.
And you know what the funny thing is? They're just getting buffed in Shadowkeep. Recluse
Sounds right.
is getting its PvE damage buffed by 35%.
The only
That's not even a small buff. That's them saying, we think it's slightly undertuned. We're going to crank this shit up to 45.
The only thing I wish the new expansion will have is new powers. That's just me, though.
I don't think we will see it at the beginning of Shadowkeep. I think we will see it later on in the year. I think we will see it like season 11 or season 12
Gotcha.
is when we will see it. In the Vidoc, it shows Luke Smith, and I keep forgetting the executive
other guy's
producer's name, but tall, skinny, white dude, bald head. And they're in like one of the conference rooms, and they've got a big whiteboard, and they're writing down ideas and shit, and they've got it all segmented out, and they're like season 7, Season of Opulence, season 8, Season of the Undying, season 9. All it says
Christopher
beneath,
Barrett, Ryan Ellis, and Luke Smith.
all it says beneath it is Dawn. So I think season
9.
is going to be Season of the Dawn. But in the Vidoc, they also say like our goal is to have, we want it to become a world that you
I
know
saw that.
you experience these events,
Yeah.
and you have
Like I was
season
there when.
8 season 8 builds into season 9, season 8 and 9 build into season 10, seasons 8, 9 and 10 build into season 11, and then finally it all culminates in season 12.
Like Endgame. They want Destiny 2 to have their own Endgame.
And it comes to all the, it comes to the head, and then these events happen in season 12, and new players are asking, well like, how did the Black Garden get shut down? And then you have these guardians that are over there like, well,
It just
I was there.
it cuts to a
when
guy sitting at his computer with an eye patch. I remember.
I was there when.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's really cool.
If they can execute it.
If they can execute it, I am 1,000% behind this idea of an evolving world where if you're not there for the event, sorry.
Yeah. I grew a healthy sense of optimism from Mr. Cabbages, I feel. I used to just love everything. He's just like, stop.
I will say, I really like the idea behind that, but my thing is like, I hope it's in a sense they're going to be like, okay, this day, this time, this is happening. If you miss this, sorry about you. Or like it's available for a couple days type of a thing. Like
I don't think they'll limit it to where it's like, okay, this event is only happening Tuesdays at 4:47 p.m. in the afternoon when the sun is facing on a south facing.
Well, no. But I mean, like in the one vid doc that they released where they were talking about, or was it on the director's cut?
It was on the director's cut where like with the Season of the Armory, basically the way Luke Smith explained it was like 10 days leading up to the season starting, you would receive a piece of mail basically, and it would be from an unknown person. It would say, meet me in the tower at this time on this day. We have work to do. And it would, might have a couple like breadcrumb quests that lead you up to it. And then on that day at that time, a mysterious ship that you've never seen before appears in the tower. A figure appears beneath it, transmats out of the ship, and you follow that figure through the tower. And it's Ada 1 from the Black Armory, and you follow her through the tower, through the annex and all this, and then she walks up to this stone wall, and she's like, we have work to do. And she removes the hologram, and you're inside the Black Armory, and you start doing these quests for her and gathering blueprints and opening
None of
forges,
that actually happened.
and all this kind of stuff goes
This
on.
is what they were wanting, or this is the kind of thing that they were wanting to do. Activision said, no, this is what we
And so
want. And
as
so
you're-
they changed
As
it.
you're opening these weapons, you know how there's like all those schematics for weapons?
Yeah.
They turn from schematics to actual weapons.
Yeah.
And then they start evolving and changing, and you're
Yeah.
getting different weapons, and the room starts picking up with more equipment and stuff
Kind
inside
of
of
how
it.
the armor did for the solstice.
And then, like 3 weeks before the season ends, you walk into the Black Armory one day, and as you're walking in, the Drifter and Ada are arguing. And the Drifter like storms out as you're walking in. And Ada says something along the lines of, he's upset that we won't share our technology with him. And so, you proceed on. And then the next week after that, the Drifter wants to talk to you. And he's like, hey, help me get access to some of those weapons. And, there might be something in for it. I'm working on this new activity you can do. I'm working where you can, you've been banking these moats in Gambit, but now I'm going to present you with an opportunity to wager these moats, but I need something from you first. And so those last 2 weeks of the Season of the Armory, while you're building up to Season of the Drifter, you're doing these activities for the Drifter and stealing from the Black Armory.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, when the Black Armory ends, you show up on that day that the Black Armory ends, and the armory's not there anymore. And now all of a sudden you go into that little alcove that the Drifter has, and as you're inspecting it, you notice that a couple of the boxes in the back corners have the Black Armory symbol on them. And so it's things like that
it evolves.
that makes the world feel more alive than like right now I show up in the tower and I'm like, oh yeah, Ada's still over there doing the same shit
It's not
she's
even that,
been
it's just
doing
like,
for
I
the
gotta
past
take
9
these
months.
bounties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't feel like it's evolving, but I feel like they're really gonna change that in Shadowkeep.
Right. But it's one of those where like I don't want it to be like a join me on the tower this day, this time. I show up 20 minutes late and I missed the whole person showing up and walking through and all that. Now I just show up and it's like, oh, okay, I
Go get
missed
your
that.
bounties.
Maybe I can try to track a video down online and
So
see
are
like
there
what
any
happened.
other games coming out the peeps are hyped for?
Borderlands 3. I haven't
It's
played it.
already out.
I haven't.
It's
I know. I haven't played it yet. I need to pick it up.
I had a bad
Legend of
experience
Zelda
with
comes out
one.
Friday.
So.
That's true. New Legend of Zelda comes out Friday.
The new
Not the
Borderlands.
new one with like Breath of the Wild 2 type thing, right?
No, it's
the
Link's
new remake
Awakening.
of
Link's
okay,
Awakening
cool.
remade for the Switch.
Good.
Borderlands 3, a lot of fun. Enjoying it so far. Only reason I bought it is so that I have something to play when you're not online or you're not online. Something that I can play, more by myself. Enjoying it so far. Gunplay is awesome. Still maintains that very typical over the top.
By the way,
What's up?
what are you playing on?
PC on Epic Games, unfortunately.
How's performance?
Epic Game is not bad.
Well,
I agree with you.
considering the
Her
preloading
performance is
issues that
awful.
they had, and then the fact that there's some people that are experiencing the fact that they are getting about 45 hours into the game, and then the Epic Game Store is deleting their saves.
That would be rough.
So a lot of people are hating on it right now. I haven't encountered any of these issues.
I will say the majority of the issues that I've seen have been specifically with Xbox One X and PlayStation 4 Pro.
Yes.
And it's
Performance
really
issues.
performance issues and major like 20 to 30 frames per second performance issues.
I've been loving the game's
You mean normal?
The
Basically.
game is gorgeous on PC. It looks great. It's still got that over the top Borderlands humor. The guy that I'm playing as, Zane Flint, the operative, I blew the head off of a psycho the other day, and as I was walking over his corpse in his over the top Irish accent, he just looks down and goes, "Oh, look at the state of you," and just keeps walking along.
Just the small things.
And
Yeah.
then, his special ability is he materializes like a digi-clone of himself that stands there and shoots people. And I'll summon him in and I'll start running the opposite direction. And he'll go, "Oi, that handsome fuck over there was making eyes at you, lady." And it's the little things like that that make it a Borderlands game. I know this might be controversial words here. I am fairly excited for the new duty.
Yeah,
I
agreed.
don't think that's controversial. They've changed a lot.
The new Call of Duty
You
actually.
know what's funny? I remember saying on this
Tomorrow
podcast, Yeah,
is the start of the
open
open
beta.
beta on PC.
Yep.
I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna play it. I hope I enjoy it.
I feel like
I've been talking. Shannon's been playing it on PlayStation all last week, and he has loved every second of
See,
it.
I feel like I've said it on this podcast specifically, and I remember saying the only thing that would draw me towards another Call of Duty is if they upgraded or changed the engine. And they did, and it looks fucking awesome.
On top of that, 100% crossplay.
Yeah, well, sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
I read a bunch of different stuff about that already.
If
So-
you are playing on console,
Okay.
you will be paired against console players. If you are playing on PC, you will be paired against PC players. If you are playing crossplay, you will be paired against. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Go ahead.
You will be paired against whatever platform the party leader is playing on.
What I read more specifically is it actually takes into account what you're using, controller or mouse and keyboard.
Yes.
So mouse and keyboard is approved for PlayStation. So that is one of the few games you can use mouse keyboard on natively. The PlayStation just accepts. But if you're using it on PlayStation, it sees this and will match you with other people playing on mouse and keyboard. That includes
PC players.
PC players. There is filters on the server side that you can select, doesn't matter, and then it won't matter.
My point being, like, I have multiple coworkers that have been wanting to play games with me, so
Yes,
I can
right.
party up with them and play while
Me,
they are on
As
PC and
long as
while
they're
they're on
inviting
Xbox.
you, it'll then
Yes.
you'll join servers where there's no limit. It doesn't matter.
Like, one of the things that I was not looking forward to was and again, possible unpopular opinion. I am possibly PC racist opinion. I am a purist when it comes to performance. My PC will outperform my Xbox any day of the week.
Yeah.
A game such as Call of Duty, especially the Call of Duty
Need
series,
them frames.
is known for being one of the games that when it changes its engine, it pushes the boundaries of what is possible for current technology. And the game looks fucking
It does.
gorgeous. I
Oh,
want
yeah.
to play that game
Yeah.
on PC because I have a damn near $2,500 rig sitting at my house right now.
You want to use it.
I want to use it. I want to experience that.
There's a
game
reason you
in
spent that much money on it.
all 4K graphical bleeding edge quality.
Yeah.
I want to see the blood trickle down from the bullet wounds.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see that quality.
Which that's apparently, according to the Shannon, the gore effects during this
Are over the top.
insane, like holy fucking shit, insane.
But
Like you blow off a leg? Or, like,
it's rough.
what's the point of it? What do we consider insane?
No, just like
More than you would expect from a Call of Duty.
a incredibly realistic graphically and physically physics engine that you don't normally see with Call of Duty stuff.
Call of Duty's more
just
arcadey.
yeah. So amazing and that's the other thing is this is apparently the beautiful bridge between previous Call of Duty entries and Battlefield that people have been asking for.
Yes.
It's not the Twitch gameplay from the original or from the previous Call of Duty games where it's like it takes zero effort to play
Running
and
knife.
still yes, but at the same time it's not as steep of a learning curve as Battlefield.
If it tells
It's-
you anything, people are complaining online about time to kill because they think it's too short. They think it's one of those things where you round a corner and you take 3 bullets and you're dead, and they're upset about that. But
I see that. I
their
understand.
Activision is arguing it as okay. Well, you've been begging us for years about a more realistic Call
Yeah.
of Duty.
This is it.
There's not many people that are real that can round a corner and take 3 bullets
Yeah.
and keep going.
Yeah.
So, but like,
Can you hit a like F for adrenaline?
one of the things that I was worried about was like I want to experience this game in the best quality it is, so I have to buy it on PC. But then if like the only real people that I play games with on PC are you guys and occasionally Shannon.
Mhm.
All the people that I work with play on Xbox, and I'm slowly converting them to PC. We're getting there, very slowly.
Takes time.
Very slowly. We're getting there, but most of them play on Xbox. And I was looking at it like, God, if I want to actually sit down and play with a squad of friends, I'm going to have to buy it on Xbox as well. But now that all this cross-save stuff coming out, I can sit at home. I can play it on my PC and all of its 4K glory at 144 frames per second and just be like, sitting there like, oh, God, it's so smooth.
And then Alberto's like, come on, it can't be that much better.
And then I can still play with all my friends from work. And so realistically, I can log in and play Call of Duty after buying it on one platform, and I can play with me, Nick, Mike, Corey, Becker, and possibly one other person. And even though we're all on different platforms, we can have a full 6-stack team and play games together.
Hassel,
We can have a full 12 stack.
We could, honestly, yeah.
So one of the game types that's in the beta is it's not their major big battle release that's supposed to be like the big Call of Duty or a big Battlefield competitor or anything like that, but it is 12v12 and apparently it feels massive compared to previous Call of Duty games, which because Call of Duty usually maxes out at 6.
I'm excited to play that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to play that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited that there is cross compatibility.
Yeah.
I'm
absolutely giving it a chance. I planned on downloading the open beta and giving it a shot. And to me, I'm barring all that, I want to see the gameplay. I want to see the gunplay. And from what I've seen from the people, it looks pretty solid.
And the one thing that I hear from a lot of people is, and I know this is a little bit of a weird thing, the sounds from the guns are so crisp.
No, that's something I love about Battlefield.
It actually gives it like it feels like you're actually firing these guns specifically from the sound effects.
So, well, the big thing and this is gameplay related, right? And this has a lot to do with one of the reasons I stopped caring for Call of Duty, and it was always if you had a gun, right? You're holding your gun, and you pulled that trigger, you went boom, and the crosshair got bigger, and your bullet, even though your barrel aims here, goes boom. It was stupid. Games nowadays, you pull. Destiny does a great job of it. Battlefield does a great job. You see when you pull the trigger, it brings the bolt back, and they animated it so your gun actually does this, which means it follows and tracks the barrel. So if it fires before your guy brings the gun back, it fires higher. Recoil, right? Call of Duty never had that. It always just had the simulated recoil, where if your crosshair got bigger, Counter-Strike does it, right? Yeah. So it's a popular thing. I haven't been able to determine what this has. If it has input recoil, where I can fight the recoil myself, done. Absolutely, I will play it. If it has a simulated recoil, it's going to bother me. Because at that point, their answer to simulated recoil is aim down sight, and then it's you're dead.
I have seen from what I've watched from the streams that I've watched, it seems like it is true recoil.
Okay.
That's what it seems. Bullet flinch seems to be a big thing. Like when you get hit by bullets, flinch is a big thing.
I fucking hated flinching in some games, but
I saw a complaint the other day from a person complaining that there's too many places that enemies could come from in the map, and that how can you master the map? How can you master the map and still round this corner, and there's 14 different locations that an enemy could possibly pop out from? And I'm just sitting there and I'm like,
it's time to go slow.
I'm just sitting there and I read this article and all I can feel is, because I'm just like, this is the map design that I like. I don't want to be able to master a map. I want to round a corner and be like, okay, fuck, I've got to deal with that warehouse door over there, that balcony over there. There's that second story covered balcony over there.
I agree.
There's 3 shop entrances. There's an alleyway. There's a car they could be hiding behind. And it always makes you can never feel like, okay, if I run out the door and angle left immediately, I can't be hit.
See,
no, I understand that.
That's the issue I was running into with Halo 5, because I got to the point, don't get me wrong, love Halo 5 multiplayer. But
what's your time?
When I was playing online, it's very, very different than watching competitive. But when I was playing online myself, it got to the point where I was like, okay, if I pick this game type, I know it takes one shot to hit because I'm playing SWAT. So if I run the map counterclockwise, then like I know for a fact as I'm coming out here, somebody will probably be coming out of here. So if I run counterclockwise, keep my crosshairs about here, I just run laps around the map and just pop, 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 and I get 50, 60 kills, 3 deaths.
That is map mastery, but that's not. I wouldn't call it map mastery as much as just map knowledge. Destiny has it too, like sniper lands. There are certain corridors if you don't have a sniper rifle,
Stay away.
you don't go down that corridor, or else you're gonna get killed. I don't think there's so much a bad thing with that. What I think in that situation when there's so many things to look at, it means it's taking away from the running and knifing mechanic, where like you can't turn the corner and go stabbed. So now if you have 18 different locations you have to take out for, it means you got to peek first.
Yeah.
I think that's great because I one thing that it's funny, you talked about flinching, and I remember as I say kid, but in reality as a teenager, I just remember younger when I'd get shot and I'd shoot someone and I'd flinch.
How many times did you get shot as a kid?
Yeah, a lot. So like I'd get shot and you flinch, and when you're aiming down sight your gun goes up, and I'd always fire right as my gun went up, and when it come down it would recoil again, so I'd shoot up and then I'd get hit again and I would flinch a little higher. And I just remember sitting there playing and I get killed by like I get super pissed and start screaming down the stairs. If I wouldn't fucking flinch, like
another thing that I'm interested in for multiplayer for this new duty is the introduction of doors.
Oh
I
yeah.
saw that. Jack Frags did a whole video on that where you could peek through.
Yeah,
That is so cool.
It's gonna be so
No, it's never happened
dope.
before, ironically.
I'm so excited to be able to finally
To be fair, I bet
I
you will never use that.
Oh, I probably won't. I'll probably be the kind of guy that's like, oh, I wonder if there's someone behind this door.
Yeah.
Through the door.
Well,
real
and
quick.
that's another thing is like if you're sprinting, you'll just bolt right through the door and then just right into
You
the
know
room
what
fire
I
yourself.
would
Like,
love? The experience for Call of Duty, and I don't know how they would do it if they could do it. Splinter Cell tried, but a stealth-based Call of Duty where you have the enemies that are mercenaries, and then you have a few, but like a small amount of SWAT that you then have to do like the in Call of Duty 4 with the no sniper mission. The ghillie suit?
Yeah.
Something like that where you have a map, you have to get to here and you have to figure out how to get there while people traverse. It would take, in my opinion, clever map design because it's not so much
Yeah.
right.
That would be really cool. I would love the shit out of that.
Right,
I would play
'cause
the fuck out of that kind
exactly, because then like with your doors, you're peeking. That makes sense. That fits perfectly. Did you just die?
I had mom down to 1 health. I was at 1 health and she kicked me. That was the end of the game. Like, one more hit and I would have won.
But
That was my first time I died this entire time. It was a 20-minute run.
he's been kicking ass over here. I've been watching. But no, that's what I mean is some sort of stealth, because Search and Destroy kind of tries to do it, doesn't do it that well.
But if you, and the unfortunate part with Search and Destroy is if you've got shitty teammates,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Yeah.
Because like that's one of the biggest things that killed me trying to grind for fucking Recluse in Destiny was playing Countdown,
with blueberries.
playing it with blueberries that don't know how to play the fucking point.
They treat every single thing like team
They're
deathmatch.
just trying to get kills, and then they would literally, one guy would round a corner into 3 of them and die, and I'm just like, my dude, hell, stop, please.
Trust me, you guys don't know the excitement I held on Saturday morning when I got up and I'm like, I'm just gonna go play games for a bit. And I lost and I lost and I was like, here we go. And I was down to like 1,200 or something. Like it was low. And then I won. And then I won. And then I won. And I won. And I won. And I won. And I got to my 8th win. And I was like, I got to my 8th win and I was at 1,800 or whatever. Like it was enough where at least a third of it was left. And I was like, okay, 2 more wins. And I won. And it, boop, and just barely peeked over to 21-13. I was upstairs. Kayla was downstairs. I think she's making breakfast. So I was just like, yes! Like I was upstairs screaming. And she was like, are you okay? And I'm like, yes!
Everything is right with this
I
world.
was so these guys, because I was doing great that whole morning, and then these 2 guys invited me, and they're like, bro, will you help us get Recluse? Like we're trying, you need it? And I was like, I just fucking got it. And they're like, bro, Go get it. So they flew me to the tower just so I could go get it, and I was like, check this out. I played one game and switched back to my burst rifle, my pulse rifle.
I've been playing. So I was trying to complete the connection strength for Thorn,
Yeah.
and so I was getting hand cannon kills. So
Yeah.
I was running Last Word
Yeah.
and Recluse.
I don't think I've used Last Word, but with the recoil on that gun, Thorn's so much better.
See, I need to get Thorn. Now I unfortunately have to do that.
But see,
How
so
did we get back
ho-
to Destiny?
you.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
Hmm.
That was my bad, guys. Sorry,
Oh.
Joe.
I was gonna say Joe's been zoning out for the last hour anyway. But no. What was I gonna say? So does Thorn have the same fire rate as Last Word?
It
Okay.
is-
Slower.
It is
Okay.
the same as Rose, which is already fast in my opinion, but it's more of it is incredibly accurate. It's as hard of hitting as Rose, and it has a DPS.
and it has that that dot on it.
If
Yeah.
you hit someone in the head and someone in the chest, they're dead. You just let the DPS do the rest of the work. It's hysterical because like a lot of people, when you get shot, you go and hide. But if I go boom and I hit you again and it's yellow, I'm like, ha ha. They back me on the corner and I say, two, kill. I was like,
One of the things that I did notice off the Vidoc that's coming to Shadowkeep that they haven't really talked about is called the Rune Table. And imagine
question.
imagine the way that they have the chalice set up for Menagerie,
Yeah.
where you get runes and you input them and you get specific kinds of gear. They're bringing that system into Shadowkeep.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how it's going to be unveiled, but all that they showed of it was a brazier on the surface of the moon with
There's a bra.
glowing green fire in it, and it has one of those,
Boobs. You have me intrigued.
has one of those the Hive Cryptarchs or things like the ones that's coming with
Yeah.
the Shadowkeep Collector's Edition.
Yeah.
One of those, and as you add things to it, it and rotates around, and then I don't know how they haven't detailed anything about it, but you get gear out of it.
That's cool.
So that's gonna be cool.
wait, have you played any more WoW? It's
Very
not
good.
as good as you wanted it to be. Is it?
It's not that. It's
I know Led was playing a lot. If he
it's
even said that.
Destiny. With the release of WoW Classic, the day that WoW Classic released was also the day that I sort of realized, fuck, if I buckle down, I can get MMXIX. And it was like, play WoW Classic, which I already played for 3 years when the game was actually in vanilla,
Or get MMXIX.
or get a really flashy title in Destiny 2 that won't be available in 2 weeks. I think we know which one I went for.
Yeah.
He's been flaunting it around.
No,
Honestly,
You know what? Fuck it. I got my T-shirt. I don't
feel
give a
like-
shit.
Yeah, I got my T-shirt too.
I ordered my t-shirt yesterday.
Well, I got my T-shirt that Kaylee's gonna wear.
Did you do the customization on it?
Absolutely. What's the point of getting it if you're not going to use
course.
it?
Yeah, it's only $5.
Of course.
I told you about that, didn't I?
I think so.
Where and then Kaylee goes, "Is this your weird nerdy way of claiming me?" And I was like,
Yes, exactly.
And then next paycheck, I'm going to order that Bad Juju replica.
That's what
"How
I'm.
big is that?"
12 inch by like 9 inch.
The only one I wish I got was
Thorn.
Thorn.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm hoping for? Personally, I know we're still talking about Destiny, but I want and I praise and I hope and dream and praise and fucking pray that they bring Hawkmoon. Do you know what Hawkmoon is? It is the exotic hand cannon where
Great, that's what we need, another fucking exotic cane.
excuse me. Yes, we do. It was a gorgeous hand cannon that had a feather engraved in the side at the end of the long barrel. I don't even remember.
It was added
what-
year 2.
Yeah. No, it was
that's
a
okay.
PlayStation exclusive in Destiny 1 and
Yeah.
eventually re-added for everyone else in year 2.
Oh, so in that case, I will look. Do you want me to look up year 1 or do you want me to look up year 2?
Just look up Hawkmoon.
Right. There's 2 different versions. Year 1, year 2.
Oh, I didn't know they changed. Look at either one.
So
I
looking at year 2. Rate of fire was 22. Impact was 81 to 84. Range 26 to 47. Stability 26 to 46. And reload was 39 to 46.
It was basically just like Thorn, but had different ability.
Magazine size of 13.
Yep.
Have you?
Kinetic weapon.
Did you order the collector's edition of D2 of Shadowkeep?
Not yet. I can now. I got my mortgage thing.
I was talking like the actual physical collector's
I don't
edition.
even know.
So have you seen like the weapons from it? So a lot of the weapons are gonna have like that cloth that Eris wears,
Mm-hmm.
and she has like those little coins hanging off of it that have that symbol on it. A lot of the weapons are gonna have those. And as you're out in the world doing things, if you happen to be near nightmares or anything that is spawned from the Red Citadel, those coins will start to glow.
Oh, so it's Sting.
Yeah, kind of.
Sting the gun.
Kinetic damage. Weapon causes kinetic damage. Infuse. Consume a more powerful weapon to boost the attack value of this weapon. Column 1. Accurized ballistics. More range and impact. Increased recoil. More range and impact. Increased recoil. More predictable recoil. Enhanced impact. Shorter range. More recoil. Luck in the chamber. One random bullet in the magazine causes considerable bonus damage.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Improved range and accuracy. Weapon can be
remember
drawn
that.
unbelievably fast. Reload weapon quickly. And then column 4, holding aces, 2 more random bullets in your magazine deal considerable.
So once you
bonus
unlock that, it was 3, and when it was considerable, it was like the Memento Mori for Ace of Spades, where the bullets did a fuckload extra damage.
So 3 of 13. That's a ridiculous amount
but
of
it was the damage was, I think, if you got lucky, you could one hit someone in the head in PvP.
Jesus.
What?
So the year 1 on the PlayStation exclusive version had 7 columns. After Luck in the Chamber, you get column 3, upgrade damage, increase attack power, allowing weapon to cause more damage. Column 4, after that, Hammer Forge, improve accuracy and range. Weapon can be drawn unbelievably fast. Reload weapon quickly. Column 5, holding aces, 2 more random bullets in your magazine deal considerable damage. Column 6, upgrade damage. Column 7, upgrade damage, and upgrade damage.
Yes.
So
You
like,
mean when it went down?
yeah,
Yeah, that's when I had.
but I mean like, but yeah. So column 7 had like 3 extra attack power increase on it.
That was one of my absolute favorite hand cannons. The reason I brought it up is because if they have a replica ever to create of it, I will buy it. I don't give a shit if I pay $777,777. By the way, buying the shirt before I typed in the code, I was like, "Kaylee, come here. Look at the shirt.
I did the same thing to Morgan.
She's just like, "What? What is that?" I'm like, "Oh, is that what's trying to charge me?" She goes, "You can't pay for that." I'm like,
I
"Yeah,
did
let
the
me
same.
put it
I
in
did the
this
same
code."
thing. I called Morgan in and I was like, "Hey, babe, I'm thinking about buying this shirt. You know, I was just. You think it's okay if I spend this much money on it?" And I showed it to her, and she was like, "The fuck do you mean? Why the fuck would it be okay to spend that much money?" And I was like, "Oh." And I had the code like on my clipboard, and so I entered it real quick and hit enter, and it reduced down to like $29, and I was like, "How about that? Is that better?"
That's what when I did the same thing. Kaylee was just like, "You know, it'd be really cool at the end is if it came up and said you saved 400,000%."
Yeah, exactly.
So I found a Hawkmoon replica.
Yeah, they sold them at one point. Bungie did.
This is not an official Bungie one.
Yeah,
Designed by.
This is designed by. It is 3D printed. Actually, it has removable ammo too.
yes, I have where the spool comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually seen. It's is it an Etsy?
No, it's
No.
designed by.
Designed by.
It's a 3D printing
That-
studio
right,
where
right. I
it's
think
like
that's-
Etsy, but it's all
I
3D
think
printed.
that's the company that worked directly with Bungie to make that first one
It could be.
It wouldn't surprise me.
when the first Destiny was out.
Fucking with LEDs.
This gun has a movable cylinder and a bullet inside. Has an LED option. We use 9-volt battery, which you can easily change if it's low. Oh, that's cool.
I always said it would be cool if you could dual wield in Destiny and have one in one hand be Thorn and the other hand be Hawkmoon, because it's like an angel and devil. But now you have Lumina, which.
Yeah.
The two weapons of.
Did you ever play Tales? Any of the Tales games? Tales of Symphonia, Tales of
I have
Vesperia.
not actually. I've always wanted to.
You should on Steam. They were on sale. I don't know if they still are. Get Tales of Symphonia. Start there.
Okay.
You fucking love that game.
I always wanted to play them.
Yeah, Joe, you'll love it. You play as a tree.
Squirrels attack.
To be fair, the game is based around a tree. So
Don't be too surprised. Although I will say, now that we've been talking about Call of Duty and Destiny for the last hour and 10 minutes, you were asking games that we're really excited for left in 2019. This is not a game I'm really excited for from the standpoint of it's an over-the-top game that I'm going to spend hours and hours and hours playing. Just a game I can't wait to play. Untitled Goose Game. It looks amazing.
okay.
It's a stealth game where you play a goose that is trying to steal stuff, and it
No, that game actually did look cool. I'm
it,
sorry.
it looks really
No,
cool.
I did see the thing on that. We saw that on. Did they say? Isn't that come to Switch now?
It is coming to Switch, and it comes
No, that game
out
looks great.
September. It comes out in 2 days, September 20th. Yeah,
Why is everything?
everything
fucking
comes out
coming on the
September 20th. I don't know,
There's so much shit coming out this week.
but legitimate games I will spend hours on though.
Yeah, I need to fucking get it. I'm still waiting, and hoping one of these days I'll get all the Kingdom Hearts on Xbox.
Medieval remake for PS4.
Went gold.
I am
Did
so
you see it
excited.
finally
I
went gold?
can't- Medieval. The one where you play like the skeleton with the sword and the shield. It was an old PlayStation 1
Hold
game.
on, I'm working on it.
Is that where you started off with armor and every time you got hit, you lost more? Oh, never mind. Continue.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I
Daniel
l-
Fortescue.
Loved that game.
The remake finally went gold, so it is going to make its launch day of October 25th.
So excited for that.
Other big 2019 release I cannot wait for is Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
The more I see on that, the
Outer Worlds?
Outer Worlds, it looks it's
Fallout New Vegas meets Borderlands.
made by Obsidian.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it looks
Which is
fucking
weird
amazing.
because it's coming to everything, but it's owned by Microsoft, isn't it?
Obsidian is
By
now.
the way,
but that it was announced that it was coming to everything, and pre-orders had been live for a long time
Can we
before
just-
Microsoft bought them.
can we make a small note and laugh at how Final Fantasy VIII got remastered before Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. Well, I will say though, in their defense, slightly, it looks like 8 is just they went back into the thing and re-rendered it at a higher resolution.
Oh.
That it literally looks like that's all they did for it, which is kind of the same thing with X and X2.
NASCAR Heat 4?
You mean Need for Speed Heat?
No, NASCAR Heat 4. It's literally the game.
Oh, well, I was gonna say Need for Speed Heat. Actually, looks really good. But no, Pokemon Sword and Shield. I am really excited for. I will spend a lot of time playing those. But the biggest game I cannot wait for. Happy birthday, Adrian! I am buying it on release date. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
That is my number one game I cannot wait for the rest of the year. For 2019. The number one game I can't wait for, period, right now is Cyberpunk. But coming up before the end of 2019 is going to be Jedi Order.
Game that comes out Friday that apparently only I'm excited about.
We already said Link.
Nope. There's 2 games coming out Friday.
There's a lot more than 2 games coming out Friday. We just had that discussion.
Ni
What
no
else?
Kuni Wrath of the White Witch.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I am really excited for that
Death
one.
we have-
Stranding.
we have it in the back, which is really weird.
Death
because
Stranding, I'm probably going
I-
to wait until it goes
I'm
on sale.
100% waiting
I
to
love
see what
Hideo
the fuck
Kojima.
this game is.
Don't get me wrong.
I don't
Yeah.
give a
100%. I have so much other stuff on my plate.
Small, goofy little thing. So, did you guys hear about PT? About what the guy hacking the camera in PT?
I heard something about it. But I
How
didn't actually,
fucking creepy is this? So everyone here has played PT, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
You never got to play it? Oh, I did. I
I
played
have-
it and beat it at
I
Drake's house.
have the demo on my computer. I could literally send it to you. Some guy basically went through
Remade it.
and remade everything exactly.
Oh, yeah,
Like-
100%. Send it to me.
Exactly.
Please, in that one, please no spoilers then.
Right.
But yeah.
No, this isn't. You've seen gameplay.
This is
Yeah,
not
yeah,
something you can see in the game. Somebody went through and like changed it.
No.
Uh-huh.
So what he did is he hacked the camera control.
Yeah.
So that it stays still when he moves. Right? Because and this is the original version on the PlayStation. I can't attest if this is the same on the demo I'm going to send you. But anyway, so You know the lady, right? In
He
PT.
didn't see nothing on.
I know jack shit about PT.
You didn't watch any of the Achievement Hunters play it?
I have
Leonard
not.
kept saying, "I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it." And
Well, because Shannon had it. Shannon upgraded his hard drive, so he was like, "Oh, it's on this hard drive. Slide in. When you slide in a hard drive, it wipes it and reformats it."
you know where it doesn't do that? Xbox.
So he lost
So-
PT. So yeah, I literally I know jack shit. I know the end. You're Norman Reedus. That's all I know.
I mean, it's not really driven towards anything in the story. Just
I mean, as long as it's just not major spoilers. You just said, do you know the lady?
Happens
I-
the entire game.
No, yeah, no.
It's the scary lady, basically. Like,
Right. I just,
part of the reason it is scary.
yeah. I just didn't
Um,
know there was a scary lady. Like that's all I was saying. I didn't know who she is.
Yeah. Well, I don't honestly know if they ever give her a name. She's just
They
the
don't.
scary lady.
Right.
So in the PT on PlayStation, if you still have it, this guy hacked his PlayStation and he hacked the controls. She is always behind you. Always. And so it doesn't matter if you turn around or whatever, she is always exactly, they positioned her so she's always exactly behind you. The guy didn't know this. So he hacks his camera, he backs all the way against the one of the hallway doors, and he looks straight and you can see where he locks his camera, and all of a sudden he kind of walks forward a little bit and you see a shadow, and then all of a sudden he walks forward and the lady is just following behind him. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, immediate terrified. So everyone's just like, this is true fear. Like, she's just there.
Somebody went through the other day and replaced who's the guy, Mr. X or something in Resident Evil 2? Replaced him with Pennywise.
Oh God.
I've seen the ones.
So you're
I've seen the ones where
Pennywise just walking. He walks like this.
they've replaced him with Thomas the
fuck
Tank Engine.
I saw that one
Why is Thomas in everything?
because it's
Just
not an official
Skyrim.
mod until you have Thomas the Tank Engine.
Right.
I know you
Choo choo,
all already
motherfucker.
said you guys are fucking over streaming services and how stupid it is, but Nick, I'm going to tell you.
I am 100%
I'm so
signing up
excited.
for HBO Max day one.
Yeah, I knew about that.
It's the same price as HBO.
Which you're already paying for.
Exactly.
No. Apple TV Plus announced a new series. I don't know when they announced this, but I just heard about it today because they released screenshots of it. They are releasing. I've got to be very clear on how I say this. A Ghost Writer reboot.
Why?
Really?
Yeah. Do you remember?
I
Ghost
remember
Rider?
that show when I was a kid.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say why.
I fucking loved that.
That
show.
was one of the best shows on Fox 59. It was basically Ghost Rider, not Are You Afraid of the Dark? Goosebumps and Erie, Indiana. Were like those were the three creepy Saturday morning cartoon or not cartoons, but live action shows that were just amazing. Or at least I remember them being amazing. So I'm gonna say that they're amazing.
What the fuck?
What?
Oh. I hadn't turned that feature on until
Damn.
today, and I just saw it.
I'm gonna have to send it to you directly.
Okay.
The guy already had to remove it from his website
Okay.
as of April. Oh no! Hold on.
How do I do this?
Well, seeing as how we're getting a little bit past our normal time, are we wanting to
There we
This
go.
was in January. I played this.
My Apple Watch just unlocked my Mac.
Hmm.
I couldn't figure out why my watch started going like this.
What is Rob McElhenney's new show on?
Apple TV Plus.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious because it was announced at the Apple TV Plus. Or no, it wasn't announced at there. It was at the.
It was
TV
announced
Salon.
at E3.
But yeah, no, it's Apple TV Plus.
Oh, she does have a name. Not gonna say it, but she does have a name.
Yep,
Rob
it is an Apple
McElhenney.
TV Plus
Yep.
thing.
Mythic Quest. Exclusive to Apple TV Plus. Starring Charlie Day and Rob McElhenney.
Starring?
That's what it says right here.
Oh,
Always
Let-
stars. Always Sunny stars. Charlie Day and Rob McElhenney are starring in
Okay.
Apple TV Plus.
because everything I saw, Charlie Day was producing and writing, but was not going to be acting in it. Not they didn't explicitly say he wasn't acting in it, but everything was like Rob McElhenney's the star
Well,
in
this
this.
was in February, so maybe things changed,
2
or people
days
didn't really
ago.
know the information yet.
I don't know.
Sorry. So 2 days ago, I can't attest whether this is a safe thing to download, Nick,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to send you two things.
One's porn.
Nope. So one of them
Nick just shrugs.
is the MediaFire.
I downloaded something 2 days ago. It was a video game.
What
Sorry, he was making jokes about porn. Continue.
is MediaFire?
Okay.
The other one.
Is there a reason this isn't open?
Oh, I haven't had any use for it.
This is where you can go and look. And down below is a devlog where it actually says like download or add to your collections or whatever. I don't know. I'm on my phone. I figure you could probably look at it up on your computer. But it's just funny because this was January of this year, and 2 days ago someone posted the MediaFire on that exact comment.
That's funny.
There you go, buddy. You can stream it. I'll laugh at you. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. Kaylee watched. She
I'm down.
laughed. She screamed. But I beat it.
I did too.
How many
I
times?
beat it over at Drake's house.
Just once.
You've only beaten it once.
I haven't
Really?
played it
Don't
repeatedly.
need to play it.
Yeah, why? I got to
It's
Oh,
really
you're
not
talking
that
about the
great.
game. Never mind.
Honestly, it's
Oh,
not, oh
good
my
point.
God.
There we go.
I was gonna say Norman Reedus was involved, so obviously it was more than once. What?
Makes sense.
All right, are we piecing out of here? Piecing
Yeah,
out of this
some
bitch.
stuff
I gotta go to
Yeah.
sleep.
All right. Y'all go bed.
Sure.
We gonna go.
Hopefully
little bit.
this time next week I should have a brand new phone
There you go.
I'm gonna be so mad.
because
I
it
will
says
not-
it
not
should
be
ship between 9:25 and 10:02.
What?
Because you paid what for it today? Nothing.
I had to pay the sales tax today.
Which was
Uh,
you think
175 total.
between two phones.
Two phones. Yep.
So you paid about
What's
85
175? Yeah, it's something like that. It's like 86 something. Whatever.
We wrapping this up?
Yep. Sorry,
everybody, I'm
I'm
Nick.
just trying to figure out what all stuff we'll be able to use Apple TV Plus. You said Roku's getting it too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Roku.
Samsung TVs, Roku's.
Oh, I got a Samsung TV.
Yeah,
You know that.
that's my down payment. Down payment to get the phone.
Ouch. Oh, here's my down payment.
Yeah, you know what Sprint's down payment is?
What?
Nothing. You know what Verizon's down payment is?
Nothing.
Nothing. You know what T-Mobile's is?
$700
fucking dollars.
Yes.
You know what the price is if you get the Galaxy? The Note 10 Plus that costs the same price?
Nothing.
150.
All right, peeps.
All right. So till next week. I'm Nick.
Tyler.
Joe.
Corey.
Although I don't know why I said till next week because I guess it's not going to change next week. But
What?
Yeah, next week our names will be different.
I said till next week.
Yeah, I guess it's
so,
until next week.
Apple.
Until next week.
What uses Apple TV Plus? VLC.
That's the way the
Oh.
cookie crumbles.
I'm with you, Led. I'll probably just use other.
Torrent
It's
it.
$4 a month.
It's $4.99 a month.
Plus
Oh my God, I
fucking
just heard of that,
13,
though.
plus 15, plus
You're going to get 2 years free, though.
what?
Oh yeah,
Apple TV Plus, because you just bought 2 iPhones. You get
Boom!
a year of Apple TV Plus for free for every purchase of any Apple device.
I'm probably not going to use it. What does it come with?
I mean, literally, it's all
It's-
their
shows that
original,
Apple's producing.
all of their original stuff.
Jason
So,
Momoa's
like,
new series, Rob McElhenney's new series, Mystic Quest, or Mythic Quest.
Ooh.
the new fucking Peanuts series, Snoopy in Space.
The new
Done.
reboot
That's worth
of
it.
Ghost Rider.
Dude, fucking Dickinson looks kind of cool.
Dickinson actually does look really cool.
We got to end this, guys.
Night, bye, thank you. I'm gonna unplug shit if Nick doesn't hit stop.
Bye. Peace.